Imagine you are a human living thousands of years ago. It is the middle of the night. You are sleeping beside a small fire. Outside, everything is dark, and tiny creatures are moving around your shelter. Suddenly, you wake up. Your throat feels strange. There is an unusual sensation in your mouth, and then you remember something. Before falling asleep, you saw a spider crawling close to your face, but now it's gone. You can't find it anywhere. And one terrifying thought enters your mind. Did I swallow it while I was sleeping? You have no microscope, no medical explanation, and most importantly, you have no way of knowing what happened while you were asleep. And that leads to a fascinating question. The world of ancient humans was very different from ours. Many people slept close to the ground. Shelters were made from natural materials like wood, grass, leaves, mud, and stone. And in these environments, spiders and other tiny creatures were everywhere. A spider might build a web in the corner of a shelter. Another might wander across the ground at night, looking for food. While humans were awake, they could see these creatures. But everything changed when they went to sleep. A spider could crawl nearby. It could disappear into the darkness. Or it could simply move in the opposite direction. The sleeping person wouldn't know. And that's where the mystery begins. Events that happen while we're asleep can be difficult to remember. Imagine a spider was near your face during the night. Maybe you moved in your sleep. Maybe you suddenly swallowed. Maybe you coughed. But when you woke up, you remembered only a strange sensation. You knew something had happened, but you didn't know what. For ancient humans, this missing moment could have been even more mysterious. They didn't understand dreams. They didn't understand what the brain was doing during sleep. They didn't know why the body sometimes suddenly moved or woke up. So, when something strange happened during the night, they had to explain it using what they could observe. And sometimes, their imagination had to fill in the missing pieces. Now imagine what could happen next. A person wakes up. The spider they saw before sleeping is nowhere to be found. Their throat feels strange. And they remember seeing the spider near their face. What might they think? Maybe it came toward my mouth. And then another thought. Maybe I swallowed it while I was asleep. But there is a problem. They didn't actually see it happen. They don't know that they swallowed anything. They're simply connecting several unexplained events together. And this reveals something fascinating about the human brain. When we don't know the cause of something, we naturally try to create an explanation. Now comes the important question. Could a spider actually enter the mouth of a sleeping person? A small creature can certainly come close to a person's face. But sleeping humans aren't completely motionless. We breathe. We swallow. We move. And our bodies have automatic reflexes that can react to unusual sensations. So the popular idea that humans regularly swallow spiders while sleeping has no solid scientific basis. And that's what makes this mystery interesting. Because the fear could be real, even if the event never actually happened. Today, we understand that many things happen while we're asleep. We dream. Our bodies move. Our brains process sensory information. Sometimes we suddenly wake up. But thousands of years ago, people didn't have scientific explanations for these things. If someone woke up with a strange sensation, they might have had no idea what caused it. And when we don't know the cause of something, we often connect it to something familiar. If spiders were common around them, a spider might become the obvious explanation. Maybe it had crawled nearby. Maybe it had touched them. Or maybe they imagined it had entered their mouth. Imagine one person saying, "I think I swallowed a spider last night." Another person hears the story and says, "Something similar happened to me." Now the story suddenly feels more believable. Then another person hears it. Someone adds another detail. Someone makes the story even scarier. And slowly, a personal fear can become a story shared by an entire community. But there is an important distinction. We don't have reliable evidence that ancient societies commonly believed they swallowed spiders in their sleep. Instead, this is an example of how humans can create explanations for experiences they don't understand. One strange experience can become a story, and a story can become a belief. Today, there's an even more famous version of this story. You've probably heard the claim. Humans swallow several spiders every year while sleeping. It's been repeated for years, in conversations, online, in articles, and across social media. But there is no reliable scientific evidence showing that humans regularly swallow spiders while sleeping. The claim is generally considered a modern urban legend. And here's the fascinating part. Ancient humans may have wondered about strange things that happened during the night, while modern humans are still doing something surprisingly similar. We simply have a new way to spread the stories. the internet. Now imagine the entire event from another perspective. An ancient human goes to sleep. There is a spider somewhere nearby. During the night, the person dreams. Maybe their throat becomes dry. Maybe they suddenly wake up. Maybe they cough. In the morning, the spider is gone, and the brain connects everything together. Spider nearby, strange sensation, missing memory, and suddenly, maybe I swallowed it. But the truth could be much simpler. The spider may have never gone anywhere near their mouth. Maybe it simply crawled away hours earlier. Maybe nothing unusual happened at all. The mystery existed because the person couldn't remember what happened while they were asleep. So, did ancient humans really swallow spiders in their sleep? We don't know. And more importantly, there is no reliable historical evidence that this was a common occurrence. But the story teaches us something fascinating about humans. Thousands of years ago, and even today, when we experience something we can't explain, our brains want an answer. A strange sensation, a missing memory, and a spider nearby. Those three things might be enough to create a terrifying story. But a story isn't necessarily the truth. So the next time you wake up and wonder, did I swallow a spider while I was sleeping? Remember, the fear might be real, but that doesn't mean the spider ever reached your stomach.